Hi there folks, we're now in our next video in the percentage problems and we're going to continue our examples. That is, I'm going to give you more examples of for the percentage problems. So let's proceed to this already. Let's start with example number 3. We ended with example number 2 in the last video, so let's proceed here. So for number 3, we have 45 is what percent of 90? So let's convert this again to the sentences into um, what do you call that, into mathematical sentence, this English sentence into a mathematical sentence. Anyways, if you haven't saw the first video, I will really tell you to watch that first, since there's an explanation of whatever this is in the first video. Okay, so if you want this to be explained again, so just very briefly, so percentage is equal to rate times base. So that is P stands for percentage, R stands for rate. R must be the one which is always in the percent symbol, not the percentage. Don't get confused. Like I said again, and base is the B. Base is the whole. The rate is the percent or the number of hundredths from that whole, and the percentage is the one which is the fractional part of that whole. So we have this pyramid again. If you want to if you want to find the P, you just covered the P, and what formula do you have? It's R times B. If you want to get the value of the R, you just cover the R. We have, what formula do you have? P over B times, just multiply that to 100% since it's the rate. And if you want to find the value of B, just cover the B, and then pretty much you'll see that the answer is percentage all over R. So that's how you use this pyramid thing here. So let's proceed to example 3 right now. We're going to start it, or we're going to answer it right now. So 45 is what percent of 60? So is again is the equal sign. 45 is a number here. So we just need to write it there. Is what percent? So percent, it entails to give us percent. So what percent? As you can see, our given is both 45 and 90. 45 and 90. So this is of obvious multiplication. So what percent? So meaning this percent must be the rate. It must be the rate. Since our given are all whole numbers, both of them are not in terms of percentages. So or in percent symbol, in percent language. So meaning the one which is missing in this example is the rate. So if we're going to write this formally, so we have 45 times rate times 90. Using some algebra, that is transposition, we need to find the value of r. So going back in our pyramid, um, P, R, and B, um, R is equal to, cover the R, P over B. So R is equal to P over B. Okay, so what's our P? P is our percentage fraction of the whole. So 45 is the P, and the base is the 90. So clearly we can see it here, since our original formula is P is equal to R times B, right? So there you go. So what we have is R equals percentage, which is 45, and 90 as our base. So what we will do is just to simplify this part. So 45 over 90, we can simplify this as divide them both by 45. Okay, so divide them both by 45. We can clearly see that the answer here is 1 over 2, or 1 half. So since we're asked about the rates want it to be, I mean the final answer of the rates must be in percent form, since rate is talking about the percent. So 1 half, we know, convert this to decimal, or rather, ultimately we want to convert this to percent, but we can convert this first to decimal. So 1 half we know as 0.50 or 0.5, right? And convert this to decimal, this is 50% then. 50%. And this is the answer that we're looking for. So 45 is 50% of 90. Okay, so that's for number 3. For number 4, this is very similar to our number 2 in the last video. Maybe you can pause the video and try to answer this on yourself first, and then I'm going to provide you the solution. Okay, so I hope you have the answer now. So number 4 states that out of 500 students, so this is the totality of students. So as we all know, the totality means the base because that's the whole of it, 50 students. 150 are females. So what percent, very similar to number 3, what percent are female? So now, though this scenario is very similar with number 2, what we're asked here is not the same with number 2, since we're given the percentage here. Okay, this is a part of this whole. So we're asked what percent. That is, our R is a question mark. So similarly with our formula above, we say that R is equal to P over B, P over B. So we apply it in number 4. So R is equal to P over B. So the base is of course the totality. So we know that out of 4,500 students, so that's very much a totality for me. So therefore our P from our given, one may use to answer it like this. Our given is P, or rather our B, this is our base. Our base is 500 and our um, percentage is 150. That's the number of female. What we are asked to do is to find the rate in percent form. So we don't know that. So let's write the solution over here. Solution. So we have just saw that a rate is equal to percentage over base. So we know our percentage is equal to 150. We know our base as equal to 500. So therefore, what's the most common, greatest common factor for them? So maybe we can divide them both by 50. So know that if we're going to divide them both by 50, imagine 50 here, imagine 50 here. 150 will be equal to 3. 500 will be equal to 10. So 3 over 10, convert this. Again, we want our rates, our answer in the rates to be always in percent form. So 3 over 10, make that decimal. So 3 tenths, so you can read that, right? 3 tenths, so that's 0.3. This is 3 tenths. And then convert this into percent. Again, we need to move the decimal point twice to the right, 1, 2. So we have a 0 here. So that is, the answer here is 30%. So the answer here is 30%. So out of 500 students, 150 are females, meaning 30% is 150 out of the 500. And the other 70%, therefore is, or are males. Are males or are boys. Okay, so what is 70% if you want? So let's just check 700, or rather 500 times 0.7. So 5 times 7 is 35. So we have 0, 0. We need to move 1 point here. So 350 are the boys. So correct indeed. To check, 350 plus 150 will give us 100, 500, which is the base, the totality. So that's it for number 4. Let's proceed to number 5 right now. Now for number 5, I think you can do this also. Just give yourself some time. You can pause the video and try to answer it yourself. Go. Okay, so let's try to answer this right now for number 5. So we have, let me read it first. The 360 members of the Pythagorean circle, that's 300, pun, okay, who attended the workshop were 90% of the total number of the members. How many members, sorry, are there in the organization? So 360 members attended the workshop, and that's only the 90% of them. 90%, right? Right angle. Anyways, this is very much a punny question. Anyways, let's get the given first. So for the given, so we have two numbers which we can see that 360 members of the Pythagorean circle, 90% of them are in total. So let's have it first as a no doubt given. This is the R, right? No doubt about it. This is 90%. We may want to put this in decimal, so this is equal to 0.9. If you don't know why that happened, you may watch my video in converting percent to decimal. Um, Actually, that's moving it twice to the left, the decimal point. So how about this 360 members? So 360 members of the Pythagorean circle who attended the workshop were 90% of the total number of the members. So meaning this is not the total number, this is just the 90% of all the numbers or all the members of this organization, which is um, entitled or named Pythagorean circle. Okay, so this is not the total. So since it's not the total, therefore we can say that it's only the percentage. So the percentage is composed of 360 members. What is asked from us? What is asked? So what's asked is, of course, what is how many members are there in the organization? So that's the totality of the members. So that's no doubt your base. Your base is question mark. So for the solution, going back in our original formula, or even though let's just go back with our triangle. So P over R times B. We want to find the value of B, so let's cover this up. So what is the formula? So that's P over R. So thus we use B equals P over R. Okay, so with that, let's substitute. P is 360, R is 0.9. So therefore, what do we have? It's going to be 360 over 0.9. If you want, you can divide it here. Okay, let's do this here. 360 divided by 0.9. Let's move the decimal point once. Let's move it also once here. So 36 divided by 9, that's 4. No doubt about it. 4. 4 times 9 is 36. So that's a 0 already. Put the zeros here above, just round, write them as they are. So therefore, our base is equal to 400. Okay, so what does this mean? So meaning, in totality, the total numbers of the Pythagorean circle is equal to 400 members. Not so Pythagorean as 360, 90%, 90%, right? Okay, okay, anyways, that's our answer. That's 400. Meaning 90% of 400 is 360. Okay, so that's the implication of it. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that you have learned something out of this. And yeah, see you for the next video. See you to the next video, rather. Thank you.